those kids are hungrier than a pack of moths on a nylon sweater.
Next year for V's birthday, we're going to do something simple, like rent out the Astrodome. Ooh, they are bouncing off the trees out there.
Maybe a little nighttime cough syrup in the punch.
Juanita, tell me you're joking.
Well, sure. But when you think about it, they're not operating heavy machinery or anything. Speaking of heavy, where is Mr. Tubbs?
I don't know. He was supposed to have been here with Barney, the dinosaur.
Maggie, meet Wally the dinosaur.
Hi.
Well, good afternoon to you, Wally. Wally? Wally? George, it's supposed to be Barney. Barney the dinosaur.
All of Barney's a book. This is the best I could do.
I'm ready.
Okay, I got a one, you know, Wally. They're expecting Barney the dinosaur out there.
No problem. I'm twice the dinosaur Barney is.
Ooh. See, I told you. Okay, Wally, put on your head.
Okay.
Be lots of fun, and remember, no cussing or smoking.
No problem.
Let's go. Hey.
Honey.
Let me help you there.
Hi, kids! Wally here!
George, I don't know. Those kids have more sugar in them than Cuba.
Oh, he'll do great. I gotta make sure I get this on tape.
Wally's in trouble.
George, the kids have Wally in a chokehold and he's turning purple.
He's looking more and more like Barney every second.
In America, everyone's free. No matter who you are, you can be what you wanna be. No one can tell you what to do or say. Nothing can ever take your pride away. Loving in America. Loving in America. Hi, hi. Loving in America means everything to me.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Daddy.
How nice. I see we all reading the newspaper.
It's the first installment of that unauthorized biography on you.
I was wondering when that thing was coming out.
Somebody wrote a book about you. This is cool, right?
Yeah, right.
Look, there's a picture of you on a big white bed with ropes around it going to sleep.
Yeah, honey, you see Don King? He was tucking me in for bed.
Actually, it's not too bad so far.
Well, great. Read me something.
Says here, you wore your underwear backwards 24 hours before every fight.
For good luck. I was superstitious.
You was super stupid.
Juanita, why don't you go down to the farm and give the scarecrow a lunch break?
What's superstitious?
Oh, let me explain that. That's when you do something you think bring you luck. It really doesn't, but you think it does. So it gives you confidence to do that thing that you think you couldn't do without that thing that doesn't really do anything.
Oh, I get it now.
I knew you would.
You've got to be kidding.
What?
You took ballet lessons?
Yeah, for my footwork. I had to quit, though.
Why, Daddy?
Too expensive. I kept splitting my tights.
Somehow I just can't picture you doing pirouettes.
Hey, I wasn't bad. I could bust some moves.
Well, bust one, Twinkle Toes.
Daddy.
Okay. Just like Baryshnikov.
More like Gorbachev without the stain.
wrong with you, Lathan?
I don't know. Ever since I started wearing my underwear backwards, I've been walking funny.
I see you've all read the article. Okay.
I like the deal where you tried out to be the Jolly Green Giant.
I didn't get it. I just couldn't say the word nibblers without laughing.
Hey, I can't wait for the latest dirt on you tomorrow, man.
Well, at least you're reading. That's what counts. Let's check out the book marathon. See how you're doing. Good. Great. Now, you're off to a good start. And remember, for every book you read, you get a new CD of your choice.
All right. I do with that.
Look at you, Vanessa. You read the most.
I want to borrow that Romeo and Juliet from you, girlfriend.
Go on, girl. You're gonna love this. See, it's about this teenage love thing. And their families are like gangs, except for they had drive-by sword fighting. Anyway, they can never, ever get together because the guy is from one gang and the girl is from another gang. Y'all know how that is. So the girl, now, she takes the fake poison. But the guy, he takes the real poison. Now, she gets up, checks it out, and goes, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Well, he are dead, deceased, D.O.A.
I just love to see you educating yourselves. Education is freedom. You're reading these books to better your lives.
Oh, please, we're reading these books to better our CD collection.
Well, I'll take my success any way I can get it. And Lathan, look at you. You got a big old goose egg on the scoreboard. If you would start reading a little bit more, maybe you'd do better in school. Where's that book I gave you?
It's right there. Keeping the pool table from wobbling.
Here. Sit. I'll stop you from wobbling. Lathan, you gotta start reading. I don't want people to think you're illiterate.
Man, who you calling illiterate? My folks were married.
6 miles. That's a long way. I think I'm gonna pass out. Thanks, Juanita. I needed that.
You are going to need more than that. Part 2 of your biography, George Foster, A Knockout at Love, or the women in his life.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, see, that's not true. Uh-oh. That is true. Maggie hasn't seen this, has she?
George, honey.
Take it.
Honey, have you seen the sports section?
You know I haven't, sugar. That kid next door must have stolen it from the driveway.
Really? What's that?
Oh. I hate it when they steal it, wrinkle it up, and then sneak it back into your house.
Can I have the sports section, please? Thank you.
Now, as you read, keep in mind I was young and crazy and single, and you and I have come a long and beautiful, fruitful way to throw it all off for something that happened 1 billion years ago.
Now, I suggest you keep the house, the car, the stocks, and the bonds. Just give him the refrigerator.
Oh, I see. You expect me to be jealous over my husband's past love life. Ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
Absurd.
Oh, absurd. Well, I think I'll take a shower.
Not so fast.
Inches away from a clean getaway.
Judging from my calculations, you were dating Noreen Singleton at the same time that you were dating me. But you told me that you had broken up with Noreen Singleton.
I did.
Well, how soon after you broke up with her did you ask me to marry you?
4 hours.
4 hours?
4.5. Almost 5. I know I should have told you, Maggie, but when I found you, I knew I had found the most precious treasure there ever was. And I wanted to be on my best behavior. Can you please forgive me?
Oh, George. You're as slick as your head. Honey, there's nothing to forgive. What's past is past.
Oh, but you know, Maggie, these articles are starting to worry me. Look what almost happened here between you and me.
Well, it does look like they're trying to dig up the dirt.
Well,
You all right with this?
Like you said, what's past is past.
I hate to tell you, but what's past is news. Tomorrow's installment is George Foster, The Delinquent Years. You better turn your underwear around, Tubby.
Hey, everybody.
Piece of cake. Pay up, $2. Who's next? Place your bets.
Hey, what's going on? I don't want any gambling in this club.
I said he'd say that. I'll win. Give it up.
I said no gambling.
Sadly, Jefe, according to the morning paper, you were tossing the dice at age 10. He was on a winning streak until he heard you're under arrest.
I learned gambling was wrong, and I learned and learned. Now, come on. How come you guys aren't reading books? No books, no CDs. Now, come on. This is so you'll do well in school.
Man, this school jazz is getting old. Especially coming from Mr. Dropout.
We've been reading about you.
Now, what this paper doesn't say is that I did go back to school, which was twice as hard. I stay on you because I want to save you some trouble.
You lied about dropping out.
I didn't lie. I just don't believe in dwelling on the negative.
Yeah, right. Next time a policeman stop me, I'm gonna say, hey, why are you dwelling on the negative?
How do you expect us to trust you? Trust is a two-way street, Baldy.
Don't you guys know me by now?
We thought we did. Too bad we had to read the newspaper to really know you.
Come on, let's kick it down to Artie's.
Oh, wait a minute. Nobody move. Nobody's going to Artie's. I don't want you around Artie's. There's a bad element hanging around.
A bad element? This is coming from an original gangster, y'all.
A dude who stuffed more heads than a melon farmer. Come on, yeah.
You're a hypocrite, Pops.
No, Mr. Foster does not have the statement about the latest article. But I do.
Look what they're saying. They're saying that I threw a fight, and I never did anything like that. I don't mind it when they tell the truth, but now they're telling lies. I'm angry. I'm real angry.
Just do what my daddy used to do when he was angry at his brother Waldo.
What did he do?
Well, they'd go down to the lake, and Daddy would count to 10 real slow.
Then what?
Then he'd lift Waldo's head out of the water.
Strange woman.
Guess what, Daddy? You know the reporters out front? We gave them some water.
It's good to love your enemies. Did they say thank you for the water?
Not exactly. It came from the sprinklers, turned up full blast.
That isn't very nice, Bubba.
I hate those reporters. They're just a bunch of creepy liars.
It's their job, son.
The kids at school were saying bad things about you, and we didn't like that.
Come on. Let me talk to you. You know, people are gonna say what they want. But the important thing is, how do you feel, honey? As long as I'm okay with you kids, that's all that counts.
We're okay with you, Daddy. Yeah, we love you.
See, that's all that counts. Now go, shut off the sprinklers.
George? Honey, you're still in your robe? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I can't help it, Maggie. I'm depressed and I'm angry. The TKO kids are doubting me. Our own kids are being hassled at school. The papers are printing lies. I just don't know. I'm not used to facing this kind of opponent.
George, whoever the opponent is, this is a war of words. You've got to remember, you're armed with the truth.
Well, maybe you're right. As a matter of fact, you are right. You know what they say. The pen is mightier than the sword, but words can kill. But the right words out of the right mouth, my mouth, is mightier than the pen and the sword.
Depression to incoherence. That's progress.
No, Maggie. Look, I'm going to give a press conference down at the TKO and clear this business up once and for all.
Yes, there you go. Now, that is the George Foster I know and love. We will get every reporter in town down there. There'll be lights, cameras, microphones.
All the reporters in town?
Yeah.
Suppose I freeze up like that Ralph Cramdon guy on the Honeymooners.
Honey, you'll be just fine.
Humana, 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 humana,
Man, this is whack.
This is bogus. The woman is abusing her powers.
You know, when I woke up this morning, it just felt like a locker inspection kind of day. You know there's a rule against having weapons in your school locker.
I don't have any weapons.
You could rob a bank with that. Bet you if you threw it, it'd come back at you.
So what's this random locker inspection about anyway?
Yeah, what's up with this?
Oh, nothing. Oh, George is having a press conference down at the TKO Club to clear up what is and isn't true about this book. Now, he wouldn't say this, but he could use your support. You should show up.
Why should we? He ain't even been straight with us. Yeah, he didn't even tell us all that bad stuff.
Hey, George doesn't dwell on negative things. He doesn't even see himself as bald. Man still carries a comb. Talk about an optimist.
You call him an optimist. I'm calling him a hypocrite.
You know something? Let me ask you all a question. Who was the one person who believed in all of you when everybody else was ready to give up? Who was the one person that has always been there for every one of you all of the time, huh? That's right. Baldy, Pops, Tubby, George.
I don't know, Maggie. There are a lot of people here that ask me some tough questions. I'm not used to tough questions. I'm used to questions like, how many fingers am I holding up?
Are you nervous, honey?
Yeah, my scalp is standing on end.
It's simple. Baby, you just go up there and be yourself.
I will. Humana, humana, humana. Okay, everybody. We're gonna get started here. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'm not good at stuff like this, so I'm gonna get right to it. There's been a lot of things written about me lately, and unfortunately, most of them are true. Now, you people are gonna believe what you want, but let me get one thing straight. I never threw a fight. I never would. My hoodlum days were over long before I started boxing. As a matter of fact, I can tell you the exact day I turned my life around. It's not a very pleasant story, so you people should love it. It was right after I quit school. There were 3 of us in a car sitting outside this old man's store. He was all alone. It wouldn't have taken much. We could have knocked him over and cleaned out his cash drawer. I was halfway through the door when the little man opened it and said, "Are you all right? Because you're crying." I didn't even know it. I just stood there and realized what I had become. That's when I knew I had to change my life. So I'm asking you not to judge me on the boy that I was, but on the man that I've become. And there are a lot of people here today, friends of mine, who I should have told this story to a long time ago. I hope they'll forgive me. Okay, if there are any questions, fire away.
Are you?
You with the glasses on. No, this guy right here.
As a pugilist turned youth advisor, doesn't your previous lack of scholarly achievement cast a contradictory pall over your current efforts?
Do you talk that way at home? What he's trying to say is, since I'm a dropout, who am I to say stay in school? Well, I'm the perfect person because I know how important it is. And I know how hard it is to go back. And I did go back. Of course, that wasn't written.
What is this club, this Force the TKO thing? I mean, exactly what is its function?
Now, like you talk normal. It's a positive, safe environment for the kids in the community.
Let's get back to the fight you threw.
I told you I didn't throw a fight. I just threw a bad combination. My head hit his gloves twice. Then why are we still on this negative stuff?
Because that's the news.
No, that's the news you people like to write.
About that holdup, was that a convenience store or a liquor store?
I actually was a convenient liquor store. So why are we still on this trash?
What about that train that came last week? Georgie's right. All you people care about is the bad stuff. You people don't know George Foster at all.
Well, what do you suggest we write, little girl?
And why don't you write about positive things, like the TKO?
Yeah, like we're having a reading marathon right now.
Do you honestly expect us to believe you kids read Moby Dick?
Hey, it's a cool book. Ahab was a down dude. I mean, he had this beef with a little white whale, but they worked it out.
Yeah, man, it's like Free Willy for grown-ups.
Are you some of the alleged troubled youth?
Maybe. Are you some of the alleged sleazeball muckrakers? What paper are you from anyway?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm the chief editor of the National Investigator.
Ooh, that is the best paper. I just love that story you printed. Man comes back from the dead to return his video rental. Boy, you just go.
You guys are missing the point. George Foster, he's all right. And you guys should lay off of him. He's been there for every one of us, and we know it. Although we do forget it sometimes. But here's something all of you could learn from him. When he's wrong, he says he's sorry.
Yeah, and so do we.
Kinda.
So would you describe George Foster as a hero? Orale. That's a good name for him. Hero. That's a sandwich, ain't it?
Well, this press conference doesn't belong to me anymore.
George, what you just did, that took guts.
Yeah, I'd rather right to the jaw, but it did feel good, you know.
And you were good, too. You didn't even pull a Ralph Cramden. But I will. Baby, you're the greatest.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yes.
Oh, George, peach roses, my favorite.
A dozen. One for every year we've been married.
Oh. Gatorade! Our first drink. Is it a good year?
I don't know, but it says it expires March the 26th. How about a little dancing to complete the package?
But there isn't any music.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, George, tonight I plan to erase any thought of Noreen Singleton.
Why don't we head upstairs to work on the rest of my memories?